construction defects bill lawmakers were hoping to hold a hearing on last week has been postponed for more behind-the-scenes negotiations. This is an issue, though, that homeowners and home builders have been facing off on for years now. This has come up in the legislature many times. And here to discuss the importance of this, we have Kathy Barsner, the co-chair of the Homeownership Opportunity Alliance, Ted Leidy of the Colorado Association of Realtors, and Lakewood Mayor Adam Paul. Thank you all for being here to talk about this.
Thanks for having us.
First off, and one of you can jump in and answer this, what are the problems with the law as it is? Why does this need to be changed?
Well, the problem really is that you have your millennials, you have your middle-income Colorado earners, the firefighters, the teachers, single mothers, minority populations that cannot afford condominiums anymore. They can't afford housing anymore. Condominiums is usually that first rung on the ladder of home ownership. In 2005, we were at 20% of the new market was condominiums. Now it represents about 2%.
Wow.
There's a study that just came out that over 60% of the homes now in the Denver metro area are above 400,000. So you're not going to find very many people in that income tax bracket that I just mentioned that are going to be able to afford.
And the problem is that home builders are reluctant to build condos because of the threat of lawsuits with the current law. Is that right, Kathy?
Yeah, so many of the condominium projects that have the opportunity to be built aren't being built because insurance rates are so high. Insurance experts have told us that rates are based on frequency of suits and size of claims. So when people are looking at putting together their pencil to figure out if they can do a development, they're often finding that those insurance costs are so high that they just can't make it work unless they're doing it at that significantly higher price point, which you see in Cherry Creek and various other places.
And which is the problem. And now all of you are homeowners as well, though. What could still be done to protect the homeowners and make sure that they have a property that they can trust, that's safe, that they know is not going to be problematic and have defects?
Well, yeah, I would say first and foremost, we want to make sure that we're protecting the consumer. And in the legislation that we brought forward, especially in our city, we encourage having the developer to fix the problem first. Let's get it taken care of. Let's make sure that all of the owners have the opportunity to understand what the issue might be. Let them all weigh in, get it fixed. Let's keep it out of litigation. Let's keep it out of court. And we're certainly here to make sure on the city's end that they're being built right through our codes and our rules and regulations.
And Lakewood is one of the of several communities you were telling me that has taken its own action on this.
Yeah, so 17 communities representing 3 million Colorado residents have taken the opportunity to do a local ordinance. And I can tell you in the city of Lakewood, the last condo that was built was in 2005. So it's been that long, and we've planned for transit-oriented development on the West Line, and all we're seeing is apartments. And it's not only the folks coming into the market, the millennials, it's also our seniors who are hanging on to their big single-family homes. They want to stay in Lakewood. We want to keep them in Lakewood, but we don't have any housing stock other than rental stock to move them into. So it's an issue that really affects all people, all folks involved.
And last, I know you would rather see a full statewide fix to this. So this bill, some things being worked out, and it will be up for debate again this week. Are we closer to getting something done, do you think, this year, finally?
Well, when the Homeownership Opportunity Alliance started working on this project a number of years ago, and the Alliance consists of 55 different organizations, not only, as you would expect, builder and developer organizations, but housing advocates like Habitat for Humanity, and then the Metro Mayor's Caucus are all involved. And we had two touchstones when we first started looking at how do you fix this. Number one, as the mayor said, was making certain that there was nothing that we proposed that would interfere with an individual homeowner's right to continue to pursue litigation. And then number two, to make sure that any legislation that we put forward would actually move the ball forward and increase the development of condominiums, which aren't happening now. So our organization put together and supported Senate Bill 156, which the Senate passed a month or so ago now with strong bipartisan support. House Bill 1279, which is the one that you referenced, which will be up next week, really only deals with one of the two parts of Senate Bill 156, and that's the informed consent piece, which is important, but it's only one of the two steps that we thought we needed.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts, Ted, finally here, where this is going?
Well, to your point, Nicole, about consumer protection, we see it, and from the realtor perspective, these are our clients, right? We're the ones helping them achieve home ownership, and we think that the responsibility of the consumer cuts both ways, right? And what we're finding is, and why we have these bills, like the informed consent provision in Senate Bill 156, is because we're finding too often that these homeowners don't even know that litigation is going on until they go to sell their home or until they go to refinance. We had a woman who was 10 payments away down in the Bellagio area in southern Denver, and she found out she had a medical problem. She went to refi her house so that she could pay for her medical bills. She couldn't even refinance her property because she learned that it's actually under litigation. Yeah. She did not have a say in whether or not her property, her largest asset, went into litigation. That's what we're trying to do here.
Protections for homeowners, developers, and hopefully bringing the housing prices down in Denver and the metro area. Thank you all for